tough physical contact. In some sports, it is accepted. It's even in the rule books. But basketball traditionally is not considered a contact sport. Sure, in playgrounds like this one all across America, you can play a little more physical without the whistle. And once you get to the pros, one would think the rules would protect you. Think again.
Flying into the stands, falling all over themselves, yelling at the refs, or you know, doing whatever. If that's what it takes to win, then anybody will do it.
Not all physical contact makes the highlight films, and these days not a second ticks by without somebody doing something to somebody else. More often than not, when away from the ball, it is forgiven by an opponent, ignored by the refs.
If they're over there playing their silly little game of banging each other around and it has no effect on the rest of the play, who really cares? I don't care, and the fans don't care.
When you're playing, you really don't think about how much you can get away with. You just think about how much is happening around you, and until the whistle blows, you don't stop.
These playoffs have certainly had their share of whistles. All the players will tell you that when the championship is on the line, it is simply more intense. They'll also tell you the best medicine is sometimes retaliation.
If the game is very physical, you got to play that way. You can't afford to let anybody push you around, especially at this stage of the game. You got to fight fire with fire.
It's a nice, well-placed elbow to the back of the head or to the back, and then the next time down, you're thinking, well, it's my turn. So it's one thing leads to another, and you just wish they don't turn into fights, but sometimes they do.
Byron Scott moving inside. This incident involving Cooper was mild compared to some of the brawls we've seen during the playoffs.
Walker and Ames, and Walker did connect on
All that was missing here was a ring and a bell. All this aggressiveness takes its toll on the players and even the trainers.
During the regular season, we may have 3 or 4 ice bags for 12 men after a game. During the playoffs, we have to have 15, 18 ice bags.
Every part of your body gets abused, no part more than others.
Obviously, the NBA doesn't have padding and helmets, but some players improvise within the rules. And you gotta wonder just how far a player has to go to protect himself.
Well, I would take the stuff they used in rollerball. They had the big spikes on the arms and all the pads and the motorcycles riding up and down the court. I think that would work out pretty good.
Spikes on the arms I can see, not the motorcycles. Let's go back up top to Brent Musburger.